I like to think of myself more just as an inspiration for other Southsiders. That to me is more important. I grew up out in the country past 410, like south past 410, near Southside High School. But my mother worked for the Harlandale District, so I went to school in the Harlandale District. I went to Terra Wells Middle School and to McCollum High School. My father was a construction worker and he was often gone, so I was basically raised like between my mom and my grandfather. I was really close to my grandfather, and he was a storyteller. And that's kind of where I got the bug, I think, is, you know, being in the garden with him, telling stories, and I was always with him. I'm the only girl in the family, and I was just kind of clung to him. My goal was not to, you know, make any great change or to be inspirational or anything like that. It was always just to be heard. And so when I say Southside, like growing up, and I say Southside because that's what I know. I mean, it's not limited to the Southside, but to be the only girl in a family, fighting to be heard, dismissed often, degraded. You know, the intersections of who I am as a woman, as a, you know, as a Latina, as a Tejana, you know, from a working class family. My struggle was to be heard, and the only way that I was able to do that was through writing. It was a place where I could go to think, and in my writing, I was able to understand what I think and what I know and what I didn't know that I knew. So when you have the whole world pushing against you, and all you're doing is trying to be heard, when you accomplish that, you know what I mean? It's not about being a writer. It's so much deeper. And so I love that I get to be a writer. Like, I love that I get to do what I love. I mean, it's a dream come true. I'm living my dream life. That was very empowering for me. And so it wasn't about trying to be something. It was about really trying to understand who I was and where I was, and what it meant to be who I am and who I'm from and where I'm from. It's about having our voices heard. It's about being so courageous to do the things that we were told we could not do. So to be teaching at A&M, where I get to see people like me who grew up in the same community as I did, I get to watch them accomplish this 4-year degree. Like, it's overwhelming to me. It's overwhelming to me, and many of these students come from Palo Alto. So I get to see this transcendence, and that is so much more than a degree. And I get that because I'm like them, and I know what it means, you know? Like, there's nowhere else I want to be. This is my community. These are I say my students, but they're my peers. They're my gente, you know? These are my people. And as long as I am able, I want to be right there by their side. I want to, whatever I have to do for them to accomplish this goal, or to expand their horizons, to incite that education, I want to do that. I want to do that. I know how hard it is. I was a mom with 3 kids trying to get my undergrad education. You know, it's hard. It's not easy. We were on food stamps. Like, I know what it's like, you know, and like, there's no bigger, you know, support. Like, I know, you know what I mean? Like, I love it. I love being there. I love meeting the students, and I love watching them.